Okay, good to be back, guys, with another video. I love making these videos, and yeah, thanks for watching. So this video is dedicated to all you sick freaks and nutcases that want to improve your guitar solos, okay? So some problems you might be having with your guitar solos. The main one is simply not having ideas, okay? So instead of beating yourself up about not having ideas, just tell yourself, I don't have ideas. And that's fine. Tell yourself that as you're jamming and you know you're about to solo soon. Just be comfortable with that. Say, I don't have ideas, okay? And then when it's your time to solo, then apply this lesson. This is the first lesson. Just play one note. You're playing? Shit. I don't have ideas. You know what? We're in A Dorian, by the way. I'm just gonna play an A note. Oh, that's fucking loud. Sorry. Right? Alright? So that's the first lesson. Drag your notes out. Hold them in. Okay? Instead of just, you don't, especially when you're starting, you don't want to go. Okay, you get the point. Alright. You really don't want to be doing that because that's just random bullshit, okay? And we get enough of that in our daily lives. So music is there to forget about that. Shoo that away. So you want to play with good purpose, okay? Always remember that. So lesson number 1, drag out your notes, okay? Lesson number 2, let me make sure I'm writing this down so I can keep track. Lesson number 2, this is a classic. I'm sure you've heard it, but we're writing this down, okay? And we're going over this for real so you can start today with applying this so it forever becomes part of your playing, okay? So the second thing, without further ado, I know the suspense is killing you. Oh my God, hold on, let me write it down first. All right, play at different volumes, okay? Different volumes, okay? And you can be told that and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, I'm gonna do that. And then maybe you'll do it, but you're definitely not going to take that with you forever. You're not gonna remember in the moment, you know what I mean? So this is our strategy. So let me show you the difference first. All right, now let's do different notes. For me, that's medium. This is soft. This is like 75%. And then 100. So that's good. You can start off at 100 and then do soft. Okay? So great. Okay, I know that. Stanley, I know that now. Okay, great. I'm gonna go out and apply it. Not so fast. Not so fast there, Sparky. You're going to need to practice this practically so it becomes part of your subconscious, okay? So you don't forget it, and so you'll just feel it without thinking, okay? And the best way to do that is to just practice your good old scales, okay? So, classic pentatonic scale, okay? If you don't know it, you know what? I'll tell you right now. Just free of charge, too. Free of charge. Key of A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why am I doing that? hold on, 5, 7, 8. So on the E string, okay, the fat string, and then you're going 5, 7 on the next 3 strings, and then you're doing the initial pattern 5, 8 on the B and E string. Okay, so what you're going to do is practice soft. And any scale, I'm just picking the easiest scale that most of us are going to know. Practice playing soft. Then practice playing medium. That was a little more than medium. And you don't really have to practice playing hard. That's what you want to avoid, playing. You want to avoid that. So you don't have to practice that. So then what you want to do is introduce different volumes for each string. Do it slowly. So and then so that's when you want to practice hard, is when you're doing it in contrast with soft notes. Then yes, of course. So just and then go try to go harder. I should be practicing this. I'm going to be practicing that. That will help me, because you start off quiet and then gradually go harder. That will just give you more depth of feel and sound. Just practicing playing like slightly harder, slightly lighter. It'll give your playing so much more depth, okay? So amazing, right? That's amazing. So do that, okay? That's lesson number 2. All right. If I had a transition, it would transition out, and then it'd be like, and then transition back in with a cool little effect, and I would introduce lesson number 3. All right. So just pretend all that happened. Now we're on lesson 3. Okay, lesson 3 is one of my favorite. It's just to use repetition. Repetition. Okay. Wow, can't believe that. That was a good riff right there. It was an interesting chord. Okay, repetition. We all know. Use repetition. Everyone says it, okay? Let's talk about it in a different light. Okay. So once again, you're the Mr. No Idea guy. I got no ideas. Instead of beating yourself up about it, be proud. Be like, hey, I have no ideas, but I still don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna play. Alright? That's a true champion right there. Okay? So now you pick something. You play something like the most easy thing you know. Play it if you have your guitar. Play the most easy thing you know in the key of A. Right? So and then just start playing whatever you feel after. So just go. And then you go back to it. Then go. And then you're off to the races. Again, you're off to the races. Okay? You're off to the races, man. You just have to pick a note, pick a phrase, and then play stuff in between. Simple. And then you go back to it. I promise it will inspire you to keep going, because we love repetition for whatever reason. Okay? So instead of simply just going right, that's what people say by repetition, like go. No, go like this. And then you're inspired, then you're playing other stuff. So that's how you can bring the ideas out. Start off easy, okay? That's really should be the lesson. I should have just said, to make your solos sound better, start off easy and then cut off the video. It would have saved us all a lot of time. Start off easy, man. Just hold in your notes. Use different volumes. Then start using repetition. See? There you go. I just solved all your problems. Okay. And also leave space in between your notes, okay? You don't need an example for that. Just leave space. Don't overplay, okay? Don't overplay and don't underplay either. Don't leave too much space. Just use it for tension, you know? If you're a little bit uncomfortable after you leave space, that's a good sign. If you're like, fuck, I should be playing something, and your bandmates are expecting you to play something, if you're lucky enough to have an audience, they're expecting you to play something, just that little brief tension, and then, start back up again, and build ideas and just practice. Practice makes you confident, okay? And that's what you want to be when you're performing, jamming, when you're just walking through life. You want to be confident. So have that experience behind you when you're, in your room. Okay? That's it. That's all I have to say. That's it. That's the final statement. That sums it up perfectly. Okay, guys? So, once again, thank you. And yeah, I love this shirt. I think I wear this a lot during the videos. So, yeah, let's go. All right, see you guys. Have a good rest of your whatever.